Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Justin. After a week off, we're back at the movies for another review, and today we're going to be taking another subscriber request. Today we're going to be doing the 1990 Ron Underwood directed Tremors, starring Fred Ward, Kevin Bacon, Michael Gross, Reba McEntire. I've loved this movie since I was probably 8-9 years old the first time I saw it. It's labeled as a horror movie. There's nothing scary about this movie. It's such a fun ride. The characters you love, you know, Val Kilmer and Fred Ward, they just work so well together. You've got Michael Gross, who's that like just whack job, just ready for World War III. You got his somewhat more level-headed wife, Reba McEntire, although she's a little crazy herself. They've got this big rec room filled with guns, and more guns. And they're gonna come in handy at some point. So, anybody who hasn't seen this movie, where have you been the last 32 years? This movie is iconic. It is such a fun ride. It's a fast, get in, get out, and just enjoy it type of movie. Perfection, Nevada population, I think it was 8 in the first movie, maybe 9. I can't remember exactly. If I counted, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to spare you that little detail. Little podunk, little village. It's just out there. It's in the middle of nowhere, miles from the nearest real civilization. And it's just a small community of people who they know each other's eccentricities. They know what each one is good at and what they're good for. And they just coexist. You know what, though? Kevin Bacon gets tired of that life. He wants to go on to bigger and better things in Bixby. We don't know what Bixby's supposed to be, but it's the closest big town to where they are. So, you know, they're partners. Ward and Bacon's characters are partners. They're going to leave town together, and they're going to make it big. But a group of 30-foot-long, gigantic, man-eating worms starts picking off the town. You start with old Fred, who got scared. And you don't see this unless you've seen the director's cut. Old Fred got so scared before they could eat him. You know, they don't know, like, nobody knows that they're coming. They're under the ground. They're under the ground, as Kevin Bacon's character says. He climbs up to the top of this electrical thing, and he sits there and dies. Takes a couple of days. So he's first. Then Edgar Deebs. Him and his entire flock of sheep eaten. All that's left is a head. They find the head. Then the doctor and his wife, they're dead. In fact, their station wagon is sucked into the ground with the wife still in it. The worms are coming straight for perfection, and they're going to take out everything. And they get to escape together. You know, it takes, you know, there's some casualties along the way besides the ones I've already mentioned. Victor Chan's market. Victor, he's eaten. Nestor, he's eaten. But, you know, it culminates in a showdown. Each worm is taken out systematically. Different ways. You got some old pipe bombs. You got an elephant gun. You just got a whole bunch of just fun, blow shit up type stuff. And it's so fun. It's so self-deprecating. When the movie came out, it was considered like an old style 50s cheesy movie, but it's not. It actually, if you watch it now, the graphics are fantastic for the time. The special effects are great. And I remember reading, you know, it was, I think, like a Boy Scouts project where they took a wheelbarrow, turned it upside down, and threw dirt on it, so it made, and then you pulled it on a lever, and it just made it look like what we see in the movie. That's ingenious. Those are practical effects that hold up really well, 32 years later. It's a fun, entertaining movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and those are the movies that are always, they work the best, is they don't take themselves seriously. And it's a fun ride 32 years later. And I know Val Kilmer wants to, not Val Kilmer, excuse me, Kevin Bacon. And if I have said Val Kilmer in this video already, I apologize. Kevin Bacon has wanted to revisit it. Why the hell hasn't it happened? They shot a pilot for a new TV show. We got to make this shit happen. I want it. I know people who want it. I'm sure somebody out there that watches this video, they're going to want it. We need to make this shit happen. Give us at least the pilot that was shot. Give us that. On that note, I can't put it in the greats. I can't. It's not an all-time great movie. It's a damn fine movie. It's damn entertaining, damn good. I'm going to go 7.8. I know, mind blown. But Tremors, 7.8. It still hits the mark all these years later. That's my review. 1990, Tremors, 7.8. You know what? I'm confident in that. I'll see you guys next time at the movies. Take care.